What's good, y'all? Coming to y'all with another video today. This video will pretty much be about driving drunk. This morning, on my way to go attempt to go pick up my load in Texas, I had a pickup truck in front of me at some point when I left the rest area, and they was kind of swerving a little bit, so I'm thinking, it may just be a driver distracted, maybe texting a little bit. No big deal. I just wait till they straighten up, keep my following distance, and then once they straighten up, get the act together, then I go past safely. But this particular pickup truck, they never straighten up. What they did was, as I got closer, I was paying attention to the tail lights, because when it's dark, you want to pay attention to the tail lights, and definitely maintain the following distance in the dark, because I wear glasses, so I gotta pay attention 2 times more. But now I realized I was gaining on this pickup truck, so I got in the other lane, to go around them. But as I did that, they swerved into my lane, so I slowed down, to create a following distance even more. At this point, I'm thinking they was doing it on purpose. Like some people play on the road, trying to have a good time, not realize they know it's dangerous. But this particular truck wasn't playing. Once they swerved in front of me, they swerved left in front of me, then they swerved right, and they kept doing it like back to back, like swerving. So I slowed all the way down, because at this point I'm still thinking somebody's playing with me or something. But as they speed up and take off, they swerve to the side of the road on the grass and almost run into the median. And at this point I said, okay, this driver is drunk. So I slow down and let them get ahead of me, so they won't be a problem. Eventually I catch back up with them, and they slow down again. So at this point I blow my air horn at them, because I realized they're drunk. So I was hoping the air horn can kind of catch their attention to make them at least pull over or something, because they kept swerving in front of me. And I was trying to time it, to see can I go by. But I would wait a few seconds to see what they maintain the lane for long enough for me to pass, and then I speed up to try to pass them. But as I get close, they'll swerve in front of me again. So at this point I said, okay, it's too dangerous to even try to pass these guys. So I just kept a following distance, and just I said, man, I'm gonna just stay back and hope that these people don't crash. Of course, being sleepy I'm sure is different than drunk. I never been drunk. I don't even drink. But I would guess I have been sleepy before in my personal car, like, and out here on the road. I have been sleepy before, so I know how it feels to be sleepy, but you're still trying to, get to where you're going. Especially when I got my CDLs, and I had to drive back home in a personal car. I was sleepy that night. Got pulled over by the cops. He said, "Hey man, you all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sleepy. I'm just trying to make it home." He said, "You almost swerved in front of a semi. I'm trying to check on you, make sure you're okay." So I know how it feels to be sleepy, but I don't know how it feels to be drunk. So when you're sleepy, I know to pull over and take a nap. You can make that conscious decision, like, okay, this is dangerous. I'm getting a little sleepy. Let me pull over and take 30-minute nap or an hour nap, reset, and then try it again. But like I say, I don't drink other than Moscato. That's I guess they say that's fruit punch. But they say that's fruit punch. But anyway, I'm pretty sure when people are drunk, they're not conscious enough to make the decision, be like, hey, I'm drunk, let me not drive or let me pull over. They, judging based off what I saw for the first time this morning. That's my first time experiencing a drunk driver in real life, in person. So, I just wanted to make sure I keep my distance and stay away from this guy, because it could have ended bad for him if I tried to pass him and he swerved and hit my truck, and it would look bad on my, for me, because I'm the professional. I'm responsible for the people around me. So they would have, would have found a way to blame me for it. So I just kept my distance, stayed away from him, and let him, I was hoping, I said, man, I hope this guy don't crash in front of me or nothing like that. But, I blew my air horn at him, hoping that, to let him know that I'm coming by. Hopefully that'll sober him up for a few seconds or something. Let me get past you and, let me go on by my day. But yeah, man, it was a real dangerous situation, because, the guy swerved in front of me every time I tried to pass him. And then, like I said, I see him speed off, and he swerved all the way from the right lane all the way to the medium. He cutting through the grass, and I said, for sure, this guy is definitely gonna crash. But I managed to get past him. Eventually, I had to, time, and he swerved in the left lane, and I took that as an opportunity I waited for a few seconds to see, would he maintain that lane. And as I was about to pass him, I blew my air horn to alert him that I'm coming by. I don't know if he, a drunk driver, if that helped him or not, but he maintained that lane when he seen that big missile come by. Obviously he wasn't that drunk. Well, he was drunk as a skunk, but he maintained that lane until I came by, and I was able to safely pass him. But it was it was a situation where I had to be cautious, and you want to pay attention to that type of stuff when you're out here, because, man, if you end up hurting somebody or, taking somebody's life, your license can be taken, your freedom can be taken. You know what I'm saying? You want to be careful out here. You don't want to go to prison off of this truck driving thing, or jail, or nothing like that. So another thing, slow down in the work zone, because the work zone, man, they got potholes deeper than Palms out there in the work zones. I hate the work zones. And you just want to be careful in everything you do in this trucking game, because, man, you can really get in some serious trouble. Also, I know this off subject, but I want to correct myself on my gross. On one of my videos, I said I grossed $5,000. I was looking at my settlement wrong. I really grossed $4,292. I was looking at it wrong. Payroll explained it to me that I was looking at it wrong, and so I want to correct myself. I don't want nobody to come to JB Hunt thinking that, oh man, I'm finna gross $5,000. No, that is very difficult to do. I grossed $42.92, and then I had a hiccup. I went home for 2 days. On the check after that, I went home for 2 days, and then I really was off 3 days, because I want you to, if you come to JB Hunt, be careful with the e-log. What happened, what caused me to be off 3 days was I was in South Carolina. I had to go pick up a load and take it back to Georgia. I was at 9 hours on my 10-hour break. The lady at Lowe's knocked on my door and said, hey, you want to come deliver early? I said, yeah. So I cranked the truck up, start moving right away. With these e-logs at JB Hunt, you have to wait till everything load up. Wait till everything load up for it to gather all the data, whatever one it is, and then you move. Wait till all your signals are clear and before you move. Because I moved, I was off duty 9 hours. I moved like a few seconds after I cranked the truck up. I went from 9 hours to it put me on drive, because I was unaware that you had to let all that stuff load up and it gather information. So I had to sit there for the rest of the day. They had to pull my load off me, and I was like, man, I'm not used to this. I'm used to the Qualcomm when I worked for Snyder. I was used to the Qualcomm, but they put me on duty right away. And when I tell y'all I was so heartbroken, oh man, I had to sit there. Lost money, lost time, so my check was real low because I was off 3 days, and then something else happened. I was off 3 days, and I forgot what else happened, but check was real low. But yeah, you want to be careful with ELAW. And as far as lease purchase, man, it's been going good for me. I realize now you have to stay out here and run. You can't really, you can go home. You got the freedom, but you don't really want to unless you can take a hit like that. You're gonna get a low check if you go home. But and then I also made the mistake of I wasn't doing my 0.65%, taking it out of the line haul, and then adding my fuel surcharge. I was adding everything, the total line haul with the fuel surcharge, and then I would guess what, JB Hunt would take off the top by subtracting all of their deductions from what they told us in truck payment, whatever. But I was doing it wrong. Like I said, you wanna do your 0.65 times that line haul pay, then add your fuel surcharge. So I don't want to mislead anybody. If you want to come off to JB Hunt on the strength of me, and I don't want you to come over here and get misled. So I wanted to correct myself on that. And yeah, if you do decide to come over here, be careful with the ELAWs. Wait till everything load up, then you move. And you want to stay out here and run. If you go home, your check gonna be small, but that's any company. That's company driver, blah blah blah. So, and then you want to make sure you're doing your 0.65. JB Hunt give you 65% of the load, and then you add your 100% fuel surcharge, and that's how you come up with your gross. So I'm still learning the load board, man. I'm doing decent, but I want to do better, and it's still a learning curve. To all my classmates, all the people who may come to JB Hunt, man, I'm learning myself, trying to figure things out. It takes time. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's brick by brick. Like they say, a wall, you just don't start off with a wall. You build a wall brick by brick. Take your time, lay a brick down, one brick down as perfectly as you can, and then you continue doing it brick by brick, slowly. So I'm figuring it out. I pray all my subscribers, all the people who watch me, you take your time. If you come over here, figure it out. My classmates, everybody, like I said, we're all in the same league. I want everybody to do great. Take your time, man. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna make a lot of money. All of us, we're gonna do well. We just gotta, slow down, take your time, figure it out. Good luck to all y'all. I appreciate y'all. I see the ones who subscribe to me. Thank you if you subscribing. Be safe out there. Be careful. Be happy. Keep your mind clear. And also, before you do lease purchase, figure out if it's for you, because it's not a game. Lease purchase, OTR, I should say, it can take a toll on your mind, especially if you used to going home every day or being home every Friday. This OTR can take some time getting used to. For me, I got to get back in the swing of things. So I've been battling with it. I'll be like, oh man, I'm so used to being home, and I was making decent money being home, but it's gonna take some time to get used to it, but we'll be fine. Peace out, y'all. Be safe.